Alright guys, welcome back to another tutorial on how to use easy dialogue system. Well, in the former tutorial I discussed on how to create a dialogue database. Well, that's very easy. Just move to your asset folder where you can store database, and then move to create, and then ES dialog, and then click on the new dialog graph. That should bring out this object here, and then you can either launch from this button. You can launch the node editor window from this button, this long button you see here, or move to Windows, easy dialog, and the dialog window. So in the former video I created 3 layers, of which each of the layers contains statement content. Yeah, right. You can check the first one, go back, second, so go back, the third on which we actually worked on. So the first layer actually worked on this. Now I have a total of 2 statements, number of statements 2. Next, I'm going to close this window, and I'm going to set up my scene. Well, to set up the scene, select the other character, that is the red character. This is the character that my player is going to interact with. So I'm going to select that red character value, and then I'm going to add a component called ES dialog manager. Yeah, once you've added that, you get this message: the dialog database is empty. To get this message off, you have to drag drop your database into this empty slot here. Once you drag and drop that, message should disappear, and then you get all these options here, all these options to tweak it and stuff. So next we're going to move to the trigger type collider. This uses the Unity collision system. Have to be on trigger enter. Note, while using the collider, you must have a rigid body attached to either of the characters, either the player or the object the player is going to interact with. But if you've chosen event will be for those who can write code, but collider would be those who don't want to write code. Use collider. So next is the wrap mode. Wrap mode is set to once. If you selected wrap mode to the once this dialog layer is triggered, it can be triggered again unless the system is restarted or the application is restarted, or the game level is restarted. But if you set it to loop, each time that layer the player gets into the collider bounds, it's going to play the statement over and over again. So I'm going to select once, and the tag name is the name of the object that will trigger this current layer. The tag name should be player, because tag name player there. It's because my character here tag name is player. Please note it's case sensitive. Then you can select 3D audio. If this is selected, it's going to use the 3D audio engine, or if you deselect it, it's going to use 2D. So I'm going to select that and use so that I can use the 3D audio engine. Next is the use display width. Now check this out. This is the game view. By selecting the use display width, this will make the panel, the width of the panel to be the same with current rendering settings in the game view. Like if I change this to 800 by 600, that will also change the size, the width of the dialogue panel. I'm changing it to 640 by 480. Same. I see it change. It changed from here. I cannot alter it. It's fixed. So move back to my current screen size, 1024 by 768. But by deselecting the use display width, I can come here and place any width of my choice, and the 640 by 360. But I prefer using the use display width. Then we have the anchor. The anchor is where we want the dialogue to anchor that on the screen. So you have the down, the center, and top. Center places the dialogue right in the center of the screen, and then the top takes it very top of the screen. I'm just going to move back to down, and then visible. This visible don't makes the panel visible or not. I like the panel to be visible, so let's check that. In freeze time, what freeze time does is that once this, if you check this to be true, and this layer gets triggered in the game while the game is running, this will freeze the time, and everything will stop moving while the dialogue manager plays. I don't want that kind of effect, so I'm going to deselect freeze time. I'm going to set the size in the y-axis to 150 by 150. And then the statement position is the position of the statement. Actually, if you increase it in the x-axis, you can see it moving towards to the right in the game view, and to the center there. But I'm going to leave it at 0. Same goes to the y-axis. I'm going to leave them at 0. So moving to the panel editor, now we have enable scroll bar. Yeah, this enable scroll bar is it's for statements, for longer statements. Like if the statement itself doesn't fit the panel, you can check the enable scroll bar. Yeah, so this is automatically automatically will enable a scroll bar for you once the statement has exceed the bounds of the panel. And here you can toy with the value of the scroll bar, vertical or horizontal, with this slider. So because I have shorter statements, I'm not going to use a scroll bar. I'm going to select the use scroll bar option and then set my position to 0. So next, this says position fields can be used to edit position of decision box if any exist. Okay, when we discuss about making decision boxes in this video, because our dialog window, from our dialog database, we don't have a decision box yet. We just have a message. We just have statement content. Only statement blocks we have here. So I'm going to skip the decision part for the next video. Next, now we move to the next statement. Well, if you click on the next statement, it's going to change it to the next statement in the dialog database. In case you want to edit this statement and make them look different, you can go back previous and you can go back to the next one. Like so. Next is the decision texture. Since we don't have any decision box here, we're going to skip it and move to the statement texture. The statement texture is a texture that we rendered at the back of the statement. So if you click on select and then pick any random statement, any random texture, you can see that automatically the background of the statement has changed to blue for the texture that I applied just now. And then you can also do that to the panel texture, so you can also change it. You can use this color. That will change the color of the panel. Also change the texture of the panel. Sorry, texture of the panel. Well, I don't think I'm going to be using any texture. I'm going to set it back to none. None. And then same thing goes to my statement. I'm not going to use any texture, so I'm going to set it to none. And then you can also increase the font size of the statements if you want to increase the font size. Then I'm going back to 17 by default. Then you can also change the color. Just double click on this color field to bring out this stuff right here. Then you can drag it around to change the color of the statement. Well, I prefer black, so I'm going to use black. This video, black. So next, since we're using a collider as our trigger type, we're going to need a collider attached to this character here. So let's attach a collider to it. that character. I'm going to be using a sphere collider. A sphere collider. Next, I'm going to set it best fit the character. I'm going to increase the radius. I'm going to take it up a bit, and then don't forget to check the is trigger. Make sure it's true. Also make sure you have a rigid body attached, either this character or the player character. Alright, I think I'm going to test it now. Shoot. Alright, let's click on play to test the dialogue system. So I need to move closer to the character. Yeah, you see, just trigger the dialogue layer. It's, hey, what's up, order. Hey, what's up. And then if I leave the collision environment and then move closer back to the player, it doesn't play anymore because I set the wrap mode to once. But had it been the wrap mode was set to loop. Go back again to run the game. Yeah, player hi, order hey, what's up, and then I move out of that environment and go back again. It plays that same layer again. Each time you do that, it keeps on playing and playing and playing and playing. That's a loop. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe because I'm going to upload more videos concerning the dialogue system and other stuff concerning Unity. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.